Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to another video. I'm iProHobby and today we are jumping into our recap of week 2 of spring in our Stardew Valley Wilderness Perfection playthrough. So, my main focus for this week was planting more crops, attempting to get to level 40 in the mines. We'll see how that goes later. As well as not forgetting any of the birthdays that were this week so that we could continue raising friendship with everyone since we have to reach full hearts with everyone for perfection. And just fishing more, doing more quests, things like that. And yeah, so you'll see we're starting off here, just running around doing things. If you remember last episode, we ended off by dying in the mines, so I had to go back and get all of my things from the chest I keep outside of the mines. And so I did that first while checking the mail, and excuse me, this is just me reorganizing chests and everything for the community center. Oh, one of my other goals was to finally get the community center cutscene, because I didn't get it at all last week, so you can only get it starting after day 5 of spring, I think, if I remember correctly, and it has to be a not raining day. And like the last 3 days of our last week were raining. And then as you see here, we started off again raining. I don't think we even got it in this week until Thursday, unfortunately. And I had a bunch of stuff for it already. So yeah, buy more seeds here because I wanted to be able to ship at least one of every seed that we could get from fall for this, or for spring, for this first spring that we have. And so I went and picked up some kale and the flower seeds, I think Blue Jazz was what it was called, and then the other one, I can't remember what it was now. And then planted a few of those, and we also got a lot of parsnips this time because one of the bundles that we need for the community center requires 5 gold quality parsnips, and that's a little harder to get. I think we ended this week with 2, so we need 3 more by the end of the season to be able to get that part of the community center done in the first year. So I'm really hoping that we can get that, and I plan to eventually plant like 25 parsnips or something by the end of this week, and I'm hoping to maybe have enough money to plant more than that next time, because I'm trying to plant as many as I can right now to be able to get those 5 gold ones. Yeah. So here we are, taking a trip to Clint to break open some geodes, even though I don't have much money, but I don't have a geode crusher yet. And got a couple things from there and went and did the foraging on the beach because that's a good way to make some early money. And did some fishing for a quest. I had to get Joni some herring. And I do another fishing quest later on in the week for Willie. And he wanted 3 sardines, so we ended up doing that. And that got us a good bit of money, especially because you get to keep the sardines and then sell them. And here I am going up to talk to everyone, and I wanted to check and see how much a coop costs, because one of our quests we have right now just for going through the game is to get a coop built and start buying some animals. So I need 300 or 400 wood, 100 stone, and like 4,000 gold, I think. And I think we have all the wood and stone we need now. We just need a little bit more gold, and especially because we want to be able to have some left over for more crops afterwards. Throughout the week, I also did some more cleaning up on the farm. I'll help get the foraging level up with breaking the stones and harvesting some of the wood from the trees. And we needed the wood and stone anyway, so yep, cleaning up the farm until I get attacked by a bat here pretty soon, I think. Thank you, Wilderness Farm. And yeah, so we're just still on Monday now. With the mines in regards to reaching level 40, did not have enough time for that because there were many, many bad luck days in this week, and for those of you who have played Stardew before, I'm sure you know how awful the mines can be on those bad luck days, especially when you're first starting out your farm. So I didn't really want to risk it too much. And yep, going to bed, and we ended this day leveling up foraging, and made not much money, so always checking the TV, saying hi to the cat. Still raining, but we got some parsnips to harvest, and we did get a gold one from that. So we went ahead and saved a few parsnips. We needed at least one for the community center, and then I also like to save a couple of each food just for gifting to villagers, as well as once we get a kitchen upgrade for the house, then we can start making recipes. And here I am checking everyone's trash cans, of course, why not? And running up, oh yeah, doing some foraging. And then I believe, yeah, going to buy the parsnips. I was just trying to fill the time before 9 o'clock when Pierre opens. And yeah, here's one of our first treks into the mine for this week. And I have to say, those Dougies on these floors of the mine, the ones that come up through the sand there, worst ever. And like, I hate those monsters. I would take a million of those annoying ass bugs over one of those Dougies any day. Let me know how you feel about them. And yeah, so I don't think this was a super good luck day, hence why it's taken me so long to find the stairs to go down. And the mines at this level in the game, or at this point in the game, are just so awful. I did end up getting a better sword once I got to level 30, I think it was. You get a sword in that chest, and it's a lot better than the rusty sword that you start out with. But I'm so used to my galaxy sword on my personal save, so I'm a little spoiled with that. These bugs are also super annoying. I hate when I can't get all of the, carcass shell things, before they start hatching, those things. But we got quite a bit of copper, and we did get that bug steak recipe, which is very helpful when you start running out of energy, which happens very fast at this point in the game. And here we got infected for a little while there, or infested, I think is the name of the floor. And I had to fight off a bunch of those, but we didn't die, so there's that. Oh yes, there's the new sword. Very exciting. And that was where we ended the mine for the day, and so I went back, tried to plant my parsnips, and then got attacked by some bats and slimes and things. Always fun. That's what I think makes this the hardest. Level 2 mining, level 2 combat, and we got a little over 600 gold for that day. Gotta check TV, and I had some potatoes to harvest, so I saved a couple of those and sold the rest. And oh yes, this is when I started to go fishing. I think I also needed a sunfish for Clint. I think that was another quest that I did. So I had like 3 different fishing quests in this week, which, fine with me, gets the fishing skill up, and I actually really enjoy the fishing minigame in this. Oh yes, had something to donate to Gunther and a new book to check out. Ran into Vincent on our way out, checking around for forageables, just sending us the silence there. Oh man, oh yeah, I got super nervous right there because Jody and Sam almost caught me rummaging in their trash can, which would have been really bad for our friendship with them. Okay, so heading back to the farm. I'm pretty sure I ended up forgetting to buy more potato seeds on this day too, which sucked, but look at this, we finally get the community center, so that's exciting. And I left this one on regular speed so that any of you who haven't seen this cutscene before, if you haven't played the game or anything, can see it. But basically, a little background on this. So Pelican Town used to have this old community center where everyone did a lot of fun things and hosted fun events, things like that. And one of the goals in the game is to repair it. And so there are little bundles in the community center in each different room that you have to complete, and you get a reward for each bundle that you complete, and then a bigger reward for each set of bundles that you complete. And it's basically things that you can get throughout the game. So there's bundles for crops, bundles for forageables, bundles for fish. There's even one set that's just for money, and there's ones for like mining things and all kinds of different stuff. And then once you complete every single bundle in the community center, then it's all fixed up. As you complete each room, that room itself will fix up, but at the end, when you complete it all, the community center is fully running again, and you get another reward for that. And then I won't tell you exactly what happens afterwards, because you'll see. But basically you have 2 options in the game where you can choose to complete the community center, or you can choose to go the Joja Mart route, which is just simple. Or you can, Joja Mart route, and buy the Joja Mart membership, which, if you do that just for fun, okay, I understand it for wanting to see what it does, but if you do that on a regular basis, why? Just why? Why don't you care about Pelican Town? Yeah, so just Lewis chatting us up about it, and if you saw the little creature back there, that was a Junimo, and we'll learn more about them soon. But yeah, basically Lewis is just begging us to fix it up, and that's what we're gonna do. So we have to come back later to explore further, but for now, we are going to go into town and talk to everyone in the museum and then do more fishing, all the fishing in the world ever, to get Willie his sardines. Because they're only available in the ocean between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. Oh yes, and we got our first cutscene with Linus. This is honestly one of my favorite cutscenes in the entire game, just because the ending is so sweet. And Linus gets caught rummaging through George's trash can because he's just hungry. And it's sad. But Gus comes and saves the day, you'll see. Honestly though, George, he seems like just a grumpy old man for the most part, but once you start getting higher hearts with him and get to know him a little better, he actually is kind of sweet. So I'm excited for all of you to see that once we get to that point with George. And same with Linus. Linus is like the biggest sweetheart. And we've already gotten quite a bit of good heart relationship level with Linus, so we've already gotten to see some of that. But I just honestly feel really bad for Linus because I think what he's doing is great. You know, he wants to live off the land. Yeah, in a tent, who cares? It's his life, it's his choice. And for me, I would love to live off the land. Okay, maybe not in a tent, but be self-sustainable. I know that doesn't include rummaging through garbage cans, but I just like how he wants to live and be one with nature, and I just feel like it's so much better than how a lot of us live now. You tell him you scared the raccoons for good. This is where we leave, and he starts rummaging through Gus's trash can instead, and this moment is very sweet, because Gus is like the town dad or town like fun uncle who just cares about everyone and wants to see everyone do well. And so here he catches Linus, rummaging through his trash can and just tells him if you need food, just ask. Because he doesn't want anyone in Pelican Town to go hungry. And that's another thing I love about this game is everyone in the end just really does care about each other. And it's such a wholesome game. And sometimes we just need that. Yes, so this is checking out the community center next, and then remembering that before we can do anything, there's another thing we have to do to be able to understand the words on the bundle. So you'll see what we have to do for that next, but came home, started cleaning up some of the farm again, chopping down some more trees until it got too late, leveled up, some foraging again, and moving on. So today... Okay, so yesterday was Wednesday, so we got the community center Wednesday, and then you get this letter from Rasmodius the wizard, who's in the tower all the way to the left in the... I guess that's your guys' left. All the way in the Cindersap Forest. We have to talk to him. And on my way over there, I got this cutscene with Jazz and Vincent playing around near the sewers, where they end up hearing something in the sewers. And when I was going through this cutscene, all I could think about was the spring onions that I'm literally standing on top of right now, and then the dandelion and wild horseradish that are right next to it. So I'm like, shoot, I really wish I could just grab those right now. Yeah, so they're going through, and here in a second, they hear sound, and then our farmer goes to investigate it as well, and she hears it as well, and then they all just run away, basically. And you'll see later on in the game that we will be coming back to this spot, but it's not for a little bit, if I remember correctly, or maybe it just took me entirely too long to get to it in my main playthrough. Also possible. Yeah, so here we are going to the wizard, and this cutscene is also just towards the middle end of it. It gets kind of weird, but it's really funny, and it makes me laugh every time. But Rasmodius is honestly kind of a cool dude, and later on, you get to learn about his ex-wife, And we have to do some things for him. Help him with that. Sorry, I can't seem to stop yawning today. Let's see. So we go to him, and basically, like, the language that's on the bundles in the community center is, like, the Junimo language. And so if you saw that little guy in the community center cutscene, or right there on the screen now, in front of Rasmodius, those are Junimos, and they have basically taken over the community center, and the bundles are for them. So they request that you complete the bundles, and so that's like their Junimo writing is what we saw on the bundle earlier. And going to Rasmodius, basically he teaches us how to read it so that we can figure out what we need for the bundles. And he's like, oh, you're one with nature, one with the forest, all that stuff. He's a wizard, okay? So, pretty typical stuff. He's got his cauldron brewing over there, and then, yep, you just see him fly away. But that's Rasmodius for you, and then you'll see him pop back in. Just not even coming back in with his teleport thing. You just come, I'll just walk back in through the front door. No big deal. Okay, Rasmodius. But yeah, then he feeds us some of this stuff from his cauldron, and we have a bit of a trip. You'll see. So yeah, we the Junimo are happy to aid you. So they're basically helping you out by showing you the true nature of the scroll. Rasmodius had to go check on him first. And one with the forest, what do they mean? Sniff, sniff. Come here. We just watch the rest of this one. You'll see what I mean in a minute by the trippiness. So, my cauldron is bubbling with ingredients from the forest. Baby fern, moss grub, caramel top toadstool. And catch the last part. Here, drink up. Let the essence of the forest penetrate you. Or something. Maybe that was the wrong word to use. I don't know if that's actually what it said. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can get some energy from it too, which is cool if you're running a little low. Yeah, you can see the worried look on our farmer's face, and then it starts with this, like, wavy shit with leaves and the green, and then there's a tree floating in the middle and more jointed, and all I want to know is what is in that caramel top toadstool, Rasmodius? Let me know. Yeah, so going through this, the first time, I'll never forget the first time I watched that, I was like, hello? Excuse me? You've gained the power of forest magic! And now you can decipher the meaning of the scrolls. So that's all it takes. And then we went and got our last sardine for our friend Willie here. And then we got more money from him and more money from selling those sardines later. And then I came back to get those forageables I saw earlier during the cutscene with Jess and Vincent. And Leah was out, so I said hello to her while we were at it. And Leah's axe is also, or Leah, I was just talking about Leah, I got confused. Robin's axe is down there as well, because you'll get a quest in the first couple weeks of the game to go and find her axe and bring it back to her. So we did that as well while we were over there. And then gathered up a bunch of stuff that we had been saving for the community center and went and put it all in there. We only, unfortunately, were able to complete one bundle this time, but we got quite a few others close to being complete. Like, this construction bundle is almost done now. I think we just need the hardwood for it. But yeah, so completing that one down there opened up 2 more spots for us. So it opened up the pantry. We're currently in the crafts room. And it opened up the pantry for us and the fish tank. And we've already caught every single spring fish that there is, aside from the legend, because you need level 10 fishing skill for that. So that will probably come in year 2. But we're really close already, and most of these fishing bundles will, I mean, you don't need the any of the legendary fish for these fishing bundles, so we'll be able to finish most of these by the end of the year, I think. Or by the end of year 1, at least. And so after our, like, I think 3 trips I took to the community center, we finally came back and started doing some more cleaning up on the farm and getting attacked by bats. And then I believe this week in game, I think it's Saturday. Today's Thursday right now, as we're watching. I believe Saturday is when we have the egg festival, where we do the egg hunt and everything. which is always really fun. I mean, it gets kind of boring after a while because they do the same festival every year, but it's fun the first time. And if you win the egg festival, you get a cool hat. So, and you'll see what the hat is when we get there. Okie dokie. And, oh yeah, I forgot to buy the potatoes. And so I planted yesterday, so I planted them today. And here we are, checking the mail. Dad sent us 500 gold, and we got some green beans. So we saved one of those and went back to the community center to put it in there, as well as putting more wood and putting the stones in that construction bundle, along with our cave carrot that we got. And then we head back to the mines. I can't remember if I made it down to level 35 or not. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure I make it down to 35. And got a bunch more copper, because I believe this was a good luck day. But yeah, the mines can be kind of terrifying sometimes, and there's points in there where I'm just like, I'm gonna skip over all the extra stuff as soon as I find a staircase and just go, because I just want to get to the next elevator spot. And I did that a couple times with this, especially when the green stuff shows up and your floor becomes infested, because then all of these bug guys come after you, and it is terrifying when all you have is that sword. And here you see me eating all the seaweed and green algae I have just to get a little bit more health in there and energy, because I was running out of energy. I did find some amethyst though, so that was fun. And some more coal, and made some bug steaks, which are super helpful on these floors of the mine because you run into so many bugs and you end up with so much bug meat. And with the low energy bars, they're just perfect. So yeah, then we head home and fight off some more monsters, clean up some more before we run out of energy, and then just head to bed. And then tomorrow is the egg festival, which George really hates. Oh, we also did level up our farming that day. And yeah, so before the egg festival, I didn't really have much energy because I went to bed too late. And it starts at 9, so I just decided to do some more cleaning up, foraging to get some more wood. And even if you just saw the pop-up down there, the egg festival started. So I was just basically running my energy down and then heading over there. Because it goes from, you have to show up between 9 and 2 for it. And here, yeah, we're heading over there now since my energy's really low. Just putting some stuff away first. And a nice thing about the egg festival is at the little shop here, that is when you can buy strawberries for spring and sell those. So we bought some 5 strawberry seeds. So, and they also are one of the ones that reproduce every few days, I'm pretty sure. So I planted those when we got back after that, and we'll have those next time we play, I think. I don't remember the exact number of days it takes for them to grow. Yeah, we basically just went around before the egg hunt and talked to everyone, because this is a really easy way to get at least some friendship points with everyone, because everyone is in one place finally at one time, so you don't have to go hunt for them. So we went through and talked to everyone and then did the egg hunt. So basically it's like in any Easter egg hunt, you just want to try and get the most eggs. And I think we ended up with 9 eggs. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've done this enough. I know where a good amount of the eggs are, and it's not hard to get more than everyone else. And so we ended up winning, and this is when we get our hat. And it's a really cute hat, and a straw hat, and I put it on as soon as we were done, of course, so you can see our nice cute little straw hat we have now. And then yes, starting, oh yeah, I needed something to eat because I was super low on energy, but I wanted to plant my strawberries that day. I don't even think I watered them. I completely forgot about it. And so now we are on Sunday and getting more parsnips. But at least it rained so that everything got watered that day. And we got one more gold parsnip this harvest. And I believe today in game was Haley's birthday, if I remember correctly. And I grabbed a daffodil for her to take to her. And then we also went and got more parsnips, of course. And I did a lot of cleaning up the farm this time because I wanted to get my foraging skill up and just get more wood so we can build more chests and build the coop, and then hopefully pretty soon build a barn so we can get cows and stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited to get chickens. I really want to get eggs. And yeah, pretty simple week this week. I didn't make it to level 40, so next week We will definitely make it to level 40 in the mines. Maybe level 50 if we get really lucky. Literally, with the daily luck. And not miss any more birthdays again. And get 3 more gold parsnips in 1 week, maybe? I doubt it, but not impossible. Hopefully we should also get a coop. That is another one of my goals for next week in the game, so that we can start getting some chickens and get eggs from them. And yeah, this is just checking out what we have for the community center, and then grabbing the daffodil and going on the hunt for Haley. Because yes, she was at home, so I got lucky this time. It was really easy. And then talking to Emily while we're there, and then me going to the mines, forgetting that my energy was already all the way down, and yeah. That's it. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you want to see more of this, please let me know, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!